And tonight, the long, difficult road to recovery in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida as folks in Louisiana try to pick up the pieces. Their recovery especially difficult given the widespread power outages and lack of supplies.
We certainly feel for them because we've been there before. And tonight we have team coverage with conditions on the ground and how evacuees are finding help in Houston. First up tonight, David Gonzalez live in New Orleans. David?
Hey, today was a hot one here in New Orleans. At its peak, it felt like 108 degrees. But tonight, the city sits in darkness, and that is because I'm on Canal Street. And as you can see, the skyline is dark. People here are getting restless because there's still no power, and they're waiting for supplies to arrive. The line of parked cars stretched for as far as you could see. People anxiously waiting for gas to arrive at a New Orleans gas station Tuesday night.
Right now, it's just kind of getting out of Dodge right now, like leaving New Orleans and heading to somewhere where there's more supplies, more things like that. I'm trying to get to Galveston. So
most of the city remains without power and supplies are running low 2 days after Hurricane Ida hit. Folks say the aftermath is just as bad, if not worse, than the actual storm.
This man said he's been waiting left for like 7 hours.
Have you, sir? Yeah? Well,
yes.
I think for you, just what are you looking for? What's the necessity right now, 2 days
I
after?
need gas, ice. We don't have any ice, water.
Some groups like Southern Solidarity are on the ground giving to the less fortunate since Ida has shut down most of the resources they depend on.
When crises like this happens, the places where they're normally getting meals and water and hygiene items and can-use facilities are all shut down. And they also don't have access as easily to information about what's going on.
Those fortunate enough to ride out the storm at home say being without power the first night was a huge inconvenience.
It was unbelievably uncomfortable. It really was. I mean, you just are dripping.
They say part of the problem is not knowing when the power is going to come back on. But there's thousands of linemen out here working around the clock to make sure that happens sooner than later.
A city this size, it's hard for me to imagine that it could be paralyzed for more than 2 weeks.
Entergy has reportedly told some city officials that electricity could return to some people in the state as early as tomorrow, but that power is going to be reserved for critical infrastructure like hospitals. Governor John Bel Edwards says that they expect some people in the state could be without power for up to 30 days. Len?
Yeah, David, so many people dealing with so many issues there. Thank you tonight on Canal Street in New Orleans.